top 25.
That is ridiculous, dude. $2,500 to enter and top 25 to get paid.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are complete with our hot laps. We're getting set to go for racing action, so we ask that you please rise. And gentlemen, remove your hats as we go to the Lord in prayer and sing the Star-Spangled Banner. Let's pray together. Father God, your word in Ephesians chapter 2 says, "But God, being rich in mercy because of the great love with which he loved us, even when we were dead in our trespasses, made us alive together with Christ. By grace you have been saved." Lord, we thank you for your word this evening, and we thank you for the truth that it bears. Lord, that we had fallen dead in our trespasses. Lord, that we were sinners and turned away from you in every way. But Lord, you made a way to provide life to us. Lord, to call us to yourself through grace. And God, we pray, we thank you for the truth that if we repent of our sins and turn to you, that we would have eternal life and that we would be made right with God. And we pray tonight that you would keep our drivers and our track officials, our fans, and our crew members all safe tonight and return us home safely this evening for your glory. In Christ's name, amen. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we've hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
They got 100,000. They got 300,000. Oh God! I think the championship's a million.
So whoever wins the championship is going to walk away with $1 million freaking dollars just for catching some fish. See, fishing has changed so much when I was a kid. I mean,
There's more people than there is racing. I don't see that.
the thing is, now the high school, so when I was in high school,
We didn't have that.
there wasn't a fishing team. And then, see, Southwood, the year I graduated, they made one, but you had to go to North DeSoto to do it. They would send you, because North DeSoto's had one for a long time. And then Bossier started getting them. And I said, man, I was like,
That would have been the shit back then.
see, and then the thing
That
is,
scholarship, they're like, what's her name? She got the scholarship to finish. But she had problems with the boys messing with her in college, so she had to quit. I forgot her damn name.
it's crazy, though, that fishing's paying more than racing.
It's crazy.
To catch a fish in the water and to drive across. But also, this is
And here comes the front-wheel drive, 4 cylinders for heat race number 1. On the pole from Ville Platte in the Pickle Power Racing, Benz Auto, Tiger Electric, JCR Components, number 10 is Tyler DeVille. On the outside from Pineville in the Darrell's Automotive Big and Motorsports, number 7 is Robert Vander Waters. Your third starter is from Provençal, driving the Jones Septic Hitman Designs LCC Trucking C23 is Colin Jones. And to the outside from Houghton, Louisiana, aboard The DuPont Auto Service, Wright's Towing Service, Ironclad Fabrication and Rentals, Sky Vacuum Service. Number 05 is Luke DuPont. Your final starter from Keithville, Louisiana is the F5 of Ben McDuff. And the green flag is underway. We've got a three-car battle for the race lead. Robert Vanderwaters rolls around the outside of Tyler DeVille for the race lead. DeVille holding second with Luke DuPont in the third spot. Ben McDuff able to get around Colin Jones for fourth. Vanderwaters, DeVille, DuPont, McDuff, and Jones is your top five. Luke DuPont will keep it rolling around the outside of Tyler DeVille for the second spot. Setting his sights on Robert Vanderwaters for the race lead. Vanderwaters and DuPont now side by side for the race lead. DeVille in third, McDuff fourth, and here comes Luke DuPont around the outside of Robert Vanderwaters. Luke DuPont takes the race lead into 3 and 4. We're halfway home. 3 laps down and 3 laps to go for heat race number 1 for the front-wheel drive 4 cylinders. And looks like a mechanical issue for the F5 of Ben McDuff. His misfortune continues in the F5. Robert Vanderwaters trying to come back at Luke DuPont for the race lead. Now DuPont looks to have an issue. Vanderwaters will take the race lead away. Luke DuPont pulls into the infield in the 05. So Robert Vanderwaters is your race leader. Tyler DeVille in second. Colin Jones in third. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go. Out of turn number 4, the checkers wave, and Robert Vanderwaters will start on the pole of tonight's feature race. Tyler DeVille in second, and Colin Jones rounding out the top 3. So your top 3 cars. In third from Province Hall, the C23 of Colin Jones. Second place is going to be Tyler DeVille in the 10 car from Ville Platte. And taking the win from Pineville is the 7 of Robert Vanderwaters. Heat race number 2 for the front-wheel drive, 4 cylinders pulling up next. And here's the lineup on the pole from Houghton, Louisiana. Aboard the TDJ Oilfield Services number 71K is Hunter Hollis. To the outside from Florine, Louisiana, sponsored by Macy's Music, it's the 69 of Macy Villeman. Your third starter hails from Marthaville, Louisiana. Driving the C49 is going to be Chris Waters. And to the outside, out of Simpson, aboard the Pickle Power Racing, Benz Automotive, Tiger Electric Scooters, Auto Salvage, number 11 of Trevor Wright. Your final starter, last time's winner from Manny, the Vines Construction Colt 45 Customs, Delta Tree Service, R&G Lawn Care, number 11M, is going to be Michelle Tedder. So 2 ladies of the field here in this heat race. The 11M and the 69 are our ladies. Lights are out, we're going green. Hunter Hollis and Trevor Wright side by side for the start of heat race number 2. Hunter Hollis picked up his first career win at Diamond Park Speedway last weekend in Nashville, Arkansas. The 11 of Trevor Wright out to the early race lead. Hunter Hollis in second, Michelle Tedder in third. Chris Waters and Macy Villeman rounding out the field. Trevor Wright continues to lead in the 11 car. He's got one win on the year here at Sabine. And Michelle Tedder slides up above the cushion. That's going to open the door for Chris Waters to take the third spot away. Cross flags displayed, 3 laps down and 3 to go. And the 69 of Macy Villeman gets a little bit crossed up, as well as the 11M of Michelle Tedder up into the wall in turn number 2. White flag is out as we continue to race. 2 laps to go for the 11 of Trevor Wright. And the white flag will come out this time by 1 lap left in heat race number 2 for the front-wheel drive 4 cylinders. Now looks to be a problem on the 11M of Michelle Tedder. Macy Villeman closing for not last as they roll into 1 and 2. Trevor Wright, your race leader in the 11 car, rolls down the back stretch into 3 and 4. Checkered flag waves. He's going to join Robert Vanderwaters on the outside pole. Trevor Wright takes heat race number 2. Hunter Hollis will finish second. Third place is Chris Waters. Fourth will be Michelle Tedder, and Macy Villeman rounds out the field. So your top 3 cars in third from Marthaville, Louisiana, the C49 is going to be Chris Waters. Second place from Houghton, Louisiana, the 71K is Hunter Hollis. And taking the win out of Simpson, it's the 11 of Trevor Wright. Up next will be the American Championship Series Limited Modifieds. They're going to line up like this. On the pole from Jonesboro, aboard the Woodrow Low Trucking, Mark Kennedy Plumbing, Paul Leedy Race Engines, Western Flyer Race Cars, number B99 of Ben Leedy. To the outside, out of Heinston in the Hagen Racing, DNK Forestry, CB Race Engines, Larry Shaw Race Cars, number 78 is RC Hagen. Your third starter from West Monroe, the Storm Services, VEA Transportation, Best Engines, IRP Race Cars. Number 17 is Austin Storm. And to the outside from Calhoun is the 12 of Will Owens. The 3 is the Bullet Bob Kellogg out of Natchitoches. Also from Natchitoches, the 3D of David Edwards. And tagging the tail of the field from Anacoco, the 43 is going to be driven by Mark Pitaluga. Will Owens starting on the outside of row number 2. The Next Level Designs, Granddaddy's Garage, Braxton's Heavy Haul Davis Landscaping entry. Bob Kellogg is in the 3 car. The Mufflix Auto Center, Napa Auto Parts of Natchitoches, PTS Race Engines, Express Race Cars entry. The 3D of David Edwards drives the Allen Crawfish, Mike's Welding, Advanced Performance Engines, Express Race Car. And Mark Pitaluga driving the Powell & Son Crawfish to go IRP race car. So the lights are out. We're going 8 laps in distance. 7 cars, 8 laps for the American Championship Series Limited Modifieds Heat Race number 1. A good side-by-side battle to start this one out of the gate. The B99 of Ben Leedy will power ahead. On the inside lane, RC Hagen not going away, though, in the 78 car. The 17 of Austin Storm rides in third, and a pair of 3s battle for 4th and 5th. Now side-by-side for second, the 78 of RC Hagen on the high side. The 17 of Austin Storm rides through the middle of the Speedway's racing surface. Out of turn 4, Austin Storm now has the second spot. Ben Leedy is your current point leader in the B99, hoping to make his way back to Joel's Auto Sales Powell and Son Victory Lane here tonight to extend that advantage over the 3 of Bob Kellogg, who currently sits in 5th in this heat race, 2nd place in points at Sabine Speedway. And we are halfway complete with heat race number 1 for the American Championship Series Limited Modifieds. Ben Leedy holds the top spot. The 17 of Austin Storm in 2nd. 3rd is R.C. Hagan. 4th will be David Edwards, and Bob Kellogg rounding out the top 5. And we've got 2 laps to go this time by for Ben Leedy. Still Austin Storm 2nd, R.C. Hagan 3rd, David Edwards in 4th, and Bob Kellogg in 5th. Will Owens in 6th. And the 43 of Mark Pitaluga rounds out the field. And we've got one up and smoked down the back straightaway. It's the 78 of R.C. Hagan. Off the pace, he'll pull off the speedway and get out of harm's way with the white flag in the air. 1 lap to go for Ben Leedy. And we've got a new driver in 3rd. That's the 3D of David Edwards. Your race leader rolls down the back straightaway and into 3 and 4. Checkered flag waves. Ben Leedy going to start on the pole here tonight. Austin Storm will finish 2nd. 3rd is David Edwards. 4th will be Bob Kellogg. And rounding out the top 5 is Will Owens. So your top 3 cars: in 3rd from Natchitoches is the 3D of David Edwards. 2nd place from West Monroe is the 17 of Austin Storm. And taking the win out of Jonesboro is the B99 of Ben Leedy. Heat race number 2 for the American Championship Series Limited Modifieds will stack up in this way. On the pole from Simpson, aboard the Jeff's Racing Products Standifer Consulting CB Race Engines IRP Race Cars, number 11S is Neil Standifer. To the outside, driving the Joel's Auto Sales, Villeman Tech Sales, R&R Racing Engines Express Race Cars, number 5C out of DeRidder, Louisiana, it is the red-headed rocket Logan Crayon. Starting 3rd from Sibley is going to be the Williams Flooring and Construction Blacks Metals Myers Automotive Wicked Race Cars, number 47, Double C of Connor Williams. And to the outside of him, starting 4th from Houghton, Louisiana, the Arclitect Shop Builders, Arclitect's Garage Doors, A-Mark Metals IRP Race Cars, number 9R of Baron Prince. Starting 5th from Quitman, Louisiana, the Pure Max Racing Oil Cap Roofing Scott Malone Engines D&M Chassis, number 0B is Hayden Beckham. And starting 6th out of Hesmer, Louisiana, behind the wheel of the D&D Machine LTR Harvesting AMS Racing Engines Western Flyer Race Cars, number 76 is Tyler Fogelman. Six cars, 8 laps. The winner of this heat race will start alongside Ben Leedy on the pole of tonight's feature race. Neil Standifer, Logan Crayon, Connor Williams, Baron Prince, Hayden Beckham, and Tyler Fogelman. And the green flag drops. The 4-7 Double C of Connor Williams able to get by Logan Crayon. The 9R of Baron Prince will roll with him into the 3rd spot as Neil Standifer will lead lap number 1 in the 11S. Standifer, Williams, and Prince is your top 3. Problems now for the 76 of Tyler Fogelman, who spins in the middle of 1 and 2, but he'll keep it rolling. Still Standifer, Williams, your top 2, Prince and Crayon, as well as Hayden Beckham rounding out the top 5. And now we got a couple cars together, and a crash ensues in turn number 1, involving the 0B of Hayden Beckham and the 5C of Logan Crayon. Caution flag is out. Remaining. Heat race number 2 for the American Championship Series Limited Modifieds. Neil Standifer, your race leader. Connor Williams in second. Baron Prince third. And Tyler Fogelman in the 4th spot. Green flag. Four laps down and 4 laps to go for the 11S of Neil Standifer. No change in the running order since the restart, with 3 laps down and 5 to go. This time by, it'll be 2 laps remaining. And the 76 of Tyler Fogelman goes around again in turn number 2, but he'll keep it rolling. We stay green. White flag is in the air with 1 lap to go. Off at turn 2, down the back stretch and into 3 and 4. Checkered flag waves. The 11S of Neil Standifer is going to join Ben Leedy on the pole tonight. Connor Williams second. Third place is Baron Prince, and Tyler Fogelman will come around to finish 4th. So your top 3 cars. In third from Houghton, Louisiana, the 9R is Baron Prince. Second place from Sibley, the 4.7 CC of Connor Williams. And taking the win out of Simpson is the 11S of Neil Standifer. And here comes the BOM Bank factory stocks. On the pole from Anacoco, driving the Howard Lewin Construction Powell & Son AMS Racing Engines MRC chassis number 44 is Toby Earhart. On the outside pole from Robeline, driving the Cane River Waterslide Perro Consulting Best Engines Outlaw Race Cars number 55 of Dalton DuBois. Your third place starter is from Manny, driving the PTS Race Engines Holy Moly chassis number 13G of Gary Greer. And to his outside, out of Anacoco, driving the original Sugartown Watermelon Stand Howard Lewin Construction Best Engines Outlaw Race Cars number 7L is Dwayne Rains. Your fifth starter from Princeton, Louisiana, piloting the Apex Energy Best Engines Outlaw Race Cars number 333 is going to be Corey Giles. And starting sixth from Robeline, behind the wheel of the Scotty Shade Tree Performance Myers Automotive CB Race Engines Outlaw Race Cars, number 1 is Stoney DuBois. Your final starter is from Jonesboro, Louisiana, driving the CBS Water Quality Vitals Speed Shop Hot Chassis number E59 of Eric McBride. The American Championship Series is here to give money back to the drivers. The ACS is a 100% payback point series for factory stocks and limited modifieds. The complete payout is listed on our website. Register for $100, we track your progress, and you win money. It's that simple. Participating tracks are listed online as well at AmericanChampionshipSeries.com. 7 cars, 8 laps for the BOM Bank Factory Stock Heat Race number 1. Winner of this heat race will start on the pole of tonight's show. Toby Earhart, Dalton Dubois, Gary Greer, Dwayne Raines, Corey Giles, Stoney Dubois, and Eric McBride. Here we go. And it's a good start for the 55 of Dalton Dubois as he rolls around the pole sitter of Toby Earhart. Now a 4-car battle for second. And that one's going to be halted, it looks like. Oh, no, we keep rolling. The E59 of Eric McBride and the 333 of Corey Giles stay rolling. So Stoney Dubois emerges in the second spot. It's Dalton Dubois out in front. Uncle Stoney Dubois in the second spot. Gary Greer third, Dwayne Raines fourth, and Toby Earhart rounding out the top 5. And the 333 of Corey Giles spins right in front of the field out of turn number 4. Caution flag waving. BOM Bank was established in June of 1903 in Montgomery, Louisiana. Local businessmen saw a need for a financial institution to open in order to help the needs of Grant Parish. BOM now employs over 130 staff members among 16 branches across Grant, Natchitoches, Sabine, Bienville, Bossier, Caddo, and Rapides parishes, as well as Sabine and Angelina counties of Texas. As a community bank, BOM takes pride in offering the best products and services for our customers, strives to provide and revitalize our communities by volunteering and providing financial literacy, and invest in our staff by continuing their banking education. For more information on BOM Bank, visit BOFM.com. Special thanks to BOM Bank, the title sponsor of the factory stocks here at Sabine Speedway. In heat race number 1, we have 2 laps complete and 6 laps to go for the 55 of Dalton Dubois. Lights go dark. We're getting set to restart this one. Green flag waves. Dalton Dubois, Stoney Dubois, Gary Greer is your top 3. Dwayne Raines trying to crack into the podium here at heat race number 1. And the 44 of Toby Earhart sits on the 5th position, I should say, with Eric McBride rounding out the field in the E59. Halfway home, 4 laps down and 4 laps to go for the 55 of Dalton Dubois. No change among the racing order in the last several circuits here. Dalton Dubois trying to claim the pole for tonight's upcoming 20-lap feature for the BOM Bank Factory Stocks. We have 2 laps to go in this first of 3 heat races. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go for Dalton Dubois. Looking to make his first career victory here tonight. Hoping to get it started with a good heat race finish to start on the pole tonight. Down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag waves as Uncle Stoney's going to give it all he's got. But Dalton Dubois comes home with the win. Stoney Dubois second. Third is Gary Greer. Dwayne Raines is fourth. And Toby Earhart rounding out the top 5. So your top 3 cars in third from Manny is the 13G of Gary Greer. Second place from Robeline, the 1 of Stoney Dubois. And taking the win, he'll start on the pole tonight from Robeline, the 55 of Dalton Dubois. The BOM Bank Factory Stock Heat Race number 2 is up next. On the pole from Florine, driving the War Shocks by Cade Dillard Racing. Brian Cook Trucks Best Engines Outlaw Race Cars number 100 plus is Brian Cook. On the outside from Lufkin, Texas, aboard the A&B Body Shop A1 Towing Advanced Performance Engines Laser Race Cars number 00K of Richard Tubbs. Starting third from Kilgore, Texas, aboard the F&F Transmission Seamar Custom Cabinets 3D Motorsports Hales Racing Chassis number 13X is Austin Hale. On the outside from Huntington, Texas, driving the Tear It Up Off-Road Thomas Engines number 7K is Josh Fizel. And your fifth starter from Provençal, behind the wheel of the Delta Consulting LCC Trucking Best Engines Outlaw Race Cars number 23 of Daniel Jones. Starting sixth from Jonesboro, driving the Woodrow Low Trucking Dustin Roughton Tracks Photography Cap Roofing Dominator Chassis number 5T is Dwayne Turner. And your final starter from Colfax, Louisiana, in the J&M Sandblasting Bodies by 88M CB Race Engines Outlaw Race Cars number 88M is Joshua Martin. Lights are out. We have 8 laps for the BOM Bank Factory Stock Heat Race number 2. Green flag waves. Here comes Joshua Martin trying to go wheel to wheel with Daniel Jones down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. The 100 plus of Ross Cook will lead lap number 1. Richard Tubbs in the second spot with Austin Hale in third. Joshua Martin now knocking on the door for the third spot. He's going to get by Austin Hale. Daniel Jones trying to come with him in the 23. Ross Cook, your race leader. Richard Tubbs rides in second, Joshua Martin third, Austin Hale in fourth, and Daniel Jones rounding out the top 5. Halfway, 4 laps down and 4 laps to go. .23 of Daniel Jones now looking to the inside of Austin Hale, and problems for the 00K of Richard Tubbs. Opens the door for the 88M of Joshua Martin to take the second spot away, but Ross Cook has a straightaway advantage over the rest of the field. 00K of Richard Tubbs slowing down dramatically down the front straightaway and into turn number 1. 2 laps to go this time. And it looks like the caution flag is going to come out. Like to remind everybody we will be off next weekend. We encourage you all to support your local racetracks. Arklatex Speedway will be hosting the Mike Parker Memorial $5,000 to win for factory stocks and limited modifieds next weekend. That's Friday and Saturday the 15th and 16th. As well as Super B Speedway hosting the ASCS Elite Non-Wing Sprint Car Series next Saturday night on the 16th. So we will be off all weekend next week. We'll see y'all on the 22nd of July back here for another weekly night of racing at Sabine. We have 3 laps left in heat race number 2 here for the factory stocks, presented by BOM Bank. Now Daniel Jones will roll around the outside of Austin Hale for the 3rd spot. This time, 2 laps to go. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go. Checkered flag is in the air. Ross Cook will win the heat race. Joshua Martin second. 3rd place is Daniel Jones. Austin Hale in 4th. And Dwayne Turner rounds out the top 5. Your top 3 will be in 3rd from Provençal, the 23 of Daniel Jones. 2nd place from Colfax, the 88M of Joshua Martin. And taking the win from Florine in the 100 plus is going to be Ross Cook. And here's going to be heat race number 3 for the BOM Bank Factory Stocks. On the pole from Robaline, driving the Scotty Shade Tree Performance Bolton Enterprises Advanced Performance Engine Smiley's Racing Chassis. Number 10 is Chris Sawyer. On the outside from Leesville, driving the Harvey's Auto Salvage and Recycling Ben's Auto Restoration FTS Supply Hater Chassis. Number 4J is Randy Wheeler. Your 3rd starter is from Provençal, driving the O'Reilly Auto Parts Joey K's Garage Service Holman Race Engines Bootlegger Race Cars. Number 15X is Dakota Wyatt. And your 4th starter from Colfax in the original Parker Chairs and Swings, Joel's Auto Sales, Don's Racing Engines, Wild Child Race Cars. Number 9 is John Parker Jr. Starting 5th out of Robaline, behind the wheel of the Cane River Waterslide Stewart Industrial 3D Motorsports, number 77 is Tyler Dubois. And on the outside, starting 6th from Ruston, is the C28 of Ben Merchant. Your final starter is from Manny, driving the Smell Smoke Racing Fredu Car Care Greer Motorsports. Number 004 is Todd Fredu. Here is your 3rd and final factory stock heat presented by BOM Bank. 7 cars, 8 laps, Winner will start on the inside of row number 2. And Randy Wheeler is your race leader right around the 9 of John Parker Jr. Dakota Wyatt in third. Chris Sawyer drives in the 4th spot. And rounding out the top 5 through one lap is going to be Todd Fradu. And looks like some smoke coming out of the tin of Chris Sawyer's machine. And now some debris on the racetrack. And the caution flag is going to interrupt a good battle for the race lead. Debris in turn number 1. Two laps in the books, 6 laps to go for the third and final heat race for the BOM Bank Factory Stocks. Randy Wheeler is your current race leader. John Parker Jr. choosing the outside for the upcoming Texas-style restart with Dakota Wyatt on the inside. He's in third. The 004 of Todd Fradu in fourth. Chris Sawyer in the 5th spot. Lights are out. Here we go. And a good restart that time for John Parker Jr. Nearly pulls even into turn number 1. Now he'll pull all the way around the 4J of Randy Wheeler. John Parker Jr. is your new race leader. 15X of Dakota Wyatt now challenges for second with Wheeler. Chris Sawyer in the 4th spot. And now the 77 of Tyler Dubois is able to get by Sawyer for 4th. Halfway, 4 laps complete, 4 laps remain. And problems for the 15X of Dakota Wyatt up into the cushion. Might have tapped the wall there in turns 1 and 2, opening the door for Tyler Dubois to take third away. John Parker Jr., Randy Wheeler, Tyler Dubois, Todd Fradu, and Dakota Wyatt is your top 5. Chris Sawyer and Ben Merchant rounding out the field at this moment. And 2 laps to go now for John Parker Jr. The C28 of Ben Merchant rolls around in 3 and 4, but he'll pull into the infield. Now problems for the 004 of Todd Fradu. He's off the pace in turn number 2. White flag is in the air. The 9 of John Parker Jr. continues to lead. Rolling through the final 2 sets of corners, the 9 of John Parker Jr. will take heat race number 3. Randy Wheeler will finish second. Third is Tyler Dubois. 4th, Dakota Wyatt. And Chris Sawyer rounding out the top 5. So your top 3 cars in third from Robeline, the 77 of Tyler Dubois. Second place from Leesville is the 4J of Randy Wheeler. And taking the win from Colfax is going to be the 9 of John Parker Jr. Up next will be the Foy Motors Crate Late Models for the first of 3 heat races for them. On the pole from Ethel. On the pole from Ethel, Louisiana, driving the Southern Underground Ferguson Waterworks PRP Suspension MB Customs Race Cars. Number 3 is Luke Bennett. Starting second out of Monroe in the Robbie Davis Motorsports Sonny's Auto Sales Goodman Mechanical Construction Black Diamond Chassis. Number 6 is Peyton Spear. Your third starter from Anacoco in the Powell & Son Crawfish to Go Bodies by Donnie MB Customs Race Cars. Number F9 is Mark Powell. And to the outside from Bossier City in the Louisiana Pumping Service Bayou Dirtworks Red River Pump Black Diamond Chassis. Number 57A is Austin DuPont. Your fifth starter is from Mooringsport in the Esco Electrical Supply Victory Sign and Design Cooks Carpet Cleaning and Flooring Black Diamond Chassis. Number 2 of Tim Eves Jr. And to his outside from Flatwoods, Louisiana in the FTS Supply KC Contracting CBC Welding Rocket XR1 Chassis. Number 76X is Cherry Basco. Your final starter out of Eros, Louisiana in the Bobby's Body Shop Borders Heart, Lung, and Vascular Clinic Cartown Fast Graphics. Number 51 is Tyler Burnett. Seven cars, 8 laps for the Foy Motors Crate Racing USA Late Models. Heat race number 1, Luke Bennett, Peyton Spear, Mark Powell, Austin DuPont, Tim Eves Jr., Jerry Basco, and Tyler Burnett. And Luke Bennett out to the early race lead. Peyton Spear in second. Nearly a 3-car battle for third as they roll down the backstretch. Austin DuPont around the outside of Mark Powell. Now side by side, Powell will hold on to the third spot. Still Luke Bennett, Peyton Spear, and Mark Powell, your top 3. Austin DuPont looking to crack into that top 3 as they roll into 3 and 4. Jerry Basco, Tim Eves Jr., and Tyler Burnett at the back of the pack. Still working for each and every position as Austin DuPont now able to relegate the F9 of Mark Powell and take third for himself. Halfway, 4 down, 4 left for the 3 of Luke Bennett. Peyton Spear in second, Austin DuPont in third. Still Bennett, Spear, and DuPont, your top 3 with 2 laps to go. Powell, Eves, Basco, and Burnett having good battles toward the back of the pack. White flag goes high to the sky. 1 lap to go for Luke Bennett. Into the final corners, checkered flag waves. Luke Bennett all the way from Ethel, Louisiana will take heat race number 1. Second place, Peyton Spear. Third is going to be Austin DuPont. Fourth, Tim Eves Jr. And Mark Powell will round out the top 5. So your top 3 cars in third from Bossier City, the 57A is Austin DuPont. Second place from Monroe is the 6 of Peyton Spear. And taking the win all the way from Ethel, Louisiana, it's the 3 of Luke Bennett. Heat race number 2 for the Foy Motors Crate Late Models will line up in this way. On the pole from Houghton in the Arclitex Shop Builders, Arclitex Garage Doors, A-Mark Metals, Black Diamond Chassis. Number 9R is Baron Prince. To the outside from Coshada, Louisiana, in the D&G Goods and Services, Cane River Customs, Bumper to Bumper Auto Parts, PPM Chassis number 76B is Ethan Bryant. Your third starter is from Keithville in the Cover 6 Outdoors, Dennis Berry Tile and Flooring, Tim Bates Painting, 28 Special Chassis number 24 of Garen Lindsay. And starting fourth from Flatwoods, aboard the JCL Blackout Power FTS Supply CBC Welding Rocket XR1 chassis, number 68B is Corey Basco. Starting fifth from El Dorado, Arkansas, in the Shock King Shocks Rocket chassis, number 14 Junior is going to be Michael King Jr. And to the outside, out of Houghton, in the Advanced Powder Coating, Alexander Motorsports Razor Services Black Diamond chassis, number 54G is Garrett Gibson. Your final starter at the tail of the field from Calhoun, Louisiana, in the Next Level Designs Granddaddy's Garage Braxton's Heavy Haul Rocket chassis number 8 of Tyler Owens. 7 cars, 8 laps, all cars advancing to tonight's A feature for the Foy Motors Crate Late Models. Baron Prince, Ethan Bryant, Garen Lindsay, Corey Basco, Michael King Jr., Garrett Gibson, and Tyler Owens. Baron Prince out to the early race lead, nearly 3 wide for not last at the tail of the field. Ethan Bryant will be relegated to the back in the 76B. Out of turn number 4, it's Baron Prince, Garen Lindsay, Michael King Jr., Corey Basco, and Tyler Owens. Garrett Gibson and Ethan Bryant at the tail of the field. Still Baron Prince, your race leader. Garen Lindsay in second. Third is Michael King Jr., Corey Basco, and Tyler Owens rounding out the top 5. Now Owens will peek to the inside of Basco for the 4th spot. They're going to go wheel to wheel down the back stretch for that position. And cars get together as they enter turn number 3. Caution flag waves. Foy Chevrolet Buick GMC is proud to serve the areas of Manny, Alexandria, Natchitoches, Leesville, and Mansfield, Louisiana, as well as Hempville, Texas, by providing only the best customer service possible and the highest quality new and used vehicles at exceptional prices. Whether you're looking to buy or lease, our dealership is sure to have the perfect vehicle for you at a price you can afford. Visit FoyMotors.com or stop by the lot on San Antonio Avenue in Manny. Special thanks to Foy Chevrolet Buick GMC, proud corporate partner of the Crate Late Models here at Sabine Speedway. Three laps down, 5 laps left here for the second of 3 Foy Motors Crate Late Model Heat races. Baron Prince is your race leader with 5 laps left. Lights are out. Here we go. Garrett Gibson and Tyler Owens able to sneak by the 14 junior of Michael King Jr. He goes all the way back to the back, losing some major ground there, and looks like a mechanical issue as we cross the halfway point. Baron Prince, Garen Lindsay, Garrett Gibson, and Tyler Owens, your top 4, with Ethan Bryant rounding out the top 5. Two laps to go. White flag coming out this time. 1 lap left for Baron Prince, hoping to stake his name starting on the pole right next to Luke Bennett. He'll have to hold off Garen Lindsay, though. Off of turn 2, down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 for the final time. Garen Lindsay going to come after him one more time, but won't have enough. Baron Prince takes the win. Garen Lindsay second. Garrett Gibson in third. Tyler Owens in fourth. And rounding out the top 5 is going to be Ethan Bryant. So your top 3 cars in third from Houghton, the 54G of Garrett Gibson. Second place from Keithville, the 24 of Garen Lindsay. And taking the win out of Houghton, the 9R of Baron Prince. And here will be your final heat race of the night, the third and final heat race for the Foy Motors Crate Late Models. On the pole, out of Florine, the current point leader, driving the Christopher Sylvia Attorney at Law, Villeman Trucks Barry Wright Race Cars, number 69 is Stacy Villeman. And on the outside from Bastrip, driving the Goodman Mechanical Construction Race Tech Engines Black Diamond Chassis, number 56 is Ray Goodman. Your third starter from Bossier City aboard the Louisiana Pumping Service Bayou Dirtworks Red River Pump Black Diamond Chassis number 57 is Chad DuPont. And to the outside from Keithville aboard the Equipment Incorporated Warrior Chassis by Game Over number 485 is Tony Lindsay. Starting fifth out of Pride, Louisiana, aboard the PRP Suspension Waltco General Contractors Total Custom Carbs and Dyno Kryptonite Race Cars number B2 is Brady Walton. And to the outside from Florine in the Brian Cook Trucks Warshocks by CDR, MB Customs by K. Dillard Racing, number 100 of Brian Cook. Your final starter is from Manny, Louisiana, driving the 66S is Connor Settle. Again, 7 cars, 8 laps. All cars advance to tonight's A feature for the Foy Motors Crate Late Models. This is the final heat race of the night. Stacy Villeman, Ray Goodman, Chad DuPont, Tony Lindsay, Brady Walton, Brian Cook, and Connor Settle. Three wide there for third, right off the bat. The B2 of Brady Walton to the inside of Tony Lindsay and Ray Goodman on the outside. Chad DuPont was able to get second right off the bat of this one. Stacy Villeman is your race leader in the 69. So it's Villeman, DuPont, Walton, Lindsay, and Goodman at the stripe. Brian Cook and Connor Settle rounding out the field, and now looks like a problem for Ray Goodman in the 56. He's going to pull off the Speedway. Stacy Villeman continues to lead. Chad DuPont in second. Brady Walton third. Tony Lindsay in fourth. And Brian Cook rounding out the top 5. Stacy Villeman has had a great season so far this year at Sabine. He's the current point leader, but still has not made his way to Joel's Auto Sales Powell & Son Victory Lane so far this season. Hoping that will change here tonight. Cross flags displayed. 4 laps down and 4 laps to go. Chad DuPont closing in on Stacy Villeman for the race lead. It's a 2-car battle. The white and the checkered will be displayed this time. 2 laps to go, and out of turn number 4, Chad DuPont looks to maybe him taking the race lead that time. Yes, he has. The 57 of Chad DuPont, your new race leader, but the 69 of Stacy Villeman not going away. Side by side as they roll through 3 and 4. White flag is in the air, and now Chad DuPont will be able to clear the 69 of Villeman. Into turn number 1 goes Chad DuPont, Stacy Villeman second, Brady Walton in third. Off of 2 down the back straightaway and into 3 and 4 for the final time. He'll start on the inside of row number 2. Great performance from the 57 of Chad DuPont. Stacy Villeman will finish second. Third is Brady Walton. Fourth is Tony Lindsay. And Brian Cook rounds out the top 5. So your top 3 cars in third from Pride, Louisiana. The B2 is going to be Brady Walton. Second place from Florine, the 69 of Stacy Villeman. And taking the win from Bossier City, the 57 of Chad DuPont.
is the son.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Chad DuPont. That's his daddy. That's Chad DuPont.
Okay, folks, it's now time for a brief intermission. So get up and stretch your legs. Visit the concession stand behind the grandstands. Get yourself something hot to eat or cold to drink, and we'll be back here shortly. Our running order for the features will be the front-wheel drive 4-cylinders, followed by the American Championship Series Limited Modifieds. The BOM Bank Factory stocks will run third, and to finish the night will be the Foy Motors Crate Late Models.
them wild here.
The ones that the big blocks and you
Yeah.
got the wing on the wing mods, Raiders. There's a bunch of them have got the big block style like Taylor's car
Right.
and all that, and running that new series. And
I know the Wing 600s. I seen him, here.
nobody here in a couple weeks.
But the big ones, I ain't seen them here a while. Though. It's been a long time.
The Wingspan cars, yeah, I know the car.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him run.
Mm-hmm.
Always produces good
The
races.
thing will race this weekend they off, right?
Yeah, they're off next weekend.
So
They'll
it'll
be
be
back on the 22nd.
1 second. Okay, I got to watch on my calendar.
It'll be the 22nd, and then they're off until
told me they're working on his
Yeah, they're running tomorrow night. They're not racing tonight.
oh, what they're looking at.
Architects, they're going to be in the big block. In the big block. He ain't running the white block.
His wing.
Yeah, the one that's got the wingless.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, they're going to be at Architects tomorrow running that car.
How's Kate doing? You don't know? I heard you went to her. You went somewhere up north, won 100-something thousand dollars. I heard that he was trying to get back into Port Outlaw. I think it's what he's doing.
Yeah, it depends on.
He told me here a while back, he didn't tell nobody else, but he said I said, try to get back in Port Outlaw. They told me I could base, in bases, but I can't get, over there.
It's a point thing because
But they should have let
First feature, the front-wheel drive 4 cylinders coming up. On the pole from Pineville, the Darrell's Automotive Big and Motorsports number 7 is going to be Robert Vander Waters. And on the outside from Simpson, aboard the Pickle Power Racing Benz Automotive Tiger Electric Scooters Auto Salvage number 11 of Trevor Wright. Your third starter from Ville Platte, aboard the Pickle Power Racing Benz Automotive Tiger Electric JCR Components number 10 is Tyler DeVille. And to the outside from Halton, Louisiana, in the TDJ Oilfield Services number 71K is going to be Hunter Hollis. Starting 5th from Provençal, aboard the Jones Septic Hitman Designs LCC Trucking number C23 is Colin Jones. To the outside from Marthaville, the C49 is Chris Waters. Starting 7th out of Manny, the Vines Construction Colt 45 Customs Delta Tree Service RNG Lawn Care number 11M is Michelle Tedder. To the outside from Florine, behind the wheel of the Macy's Music number 69 is Macy Villeman. Starting 9th from Halton, Louisiana is going to be the 05 of Luke DuPont. And Ben McDuff in the F5 green flag waves. 12 laps for the front-wheel drive 4 cylinders. Right off the bat, Robert Vander Waters takes the lead in the 7 car. Trevor Wright in second. Hunter Hollis up to third. In the 71K, a 3-car battle for 4th and 5th. And now a problem for Colin Jones in the C23. He turns around facing the wrong direction. And the caution flag is going to wave. Like to remind everybody again, next weekend we will be off here at Sabine. We encourage you all to support your local racetracks. At Arklatex Speedway, they'll have the Mike Parker Memorial, $5,000 to win for factory stocks, $5,000 to win for limiteds, and $1,000 to win for modifieds. That'll all be at Arklatex Speedway next Friday and Saturday, July 15th and 16th. Also, Super B Speedway is hosting the American Sprint Car Series Elite Non-Wing Sprint Cars. They'll be there next Saturday, July 16th. Also on July 15th, Baton Rouge Raceway is going to be hosting the Hurricane Area Super Sprints. So if you're from down south, we encourage you to support their racing as well at Baton Rouge. And we will be back in action here at Sabine on July 22nd for a weekly racing series event. We have 1 lap complete for the front-wheel drive 4 cylinders, 11 laps to go. The lights are out, and here comes the green. Luke DuPont moves to the inside of Michelle Tedder and Chris Waters as they go side by side. Stuck in traffic behind the 10 of Tyler DeVille. So Robert Vander Waters, your race leader. Trevor Wright in second. Third is Hunter Hollis. Fourth is going to be Chris Waters. And now rounding out the top 5 is Luke DuPont. Vanderwaters, Wright, Hollis, Waters, and DuPont still your top 5, and now Waters will be able to get by the 71K of Hunter Hollis, and problems for the 05 of Luke DuPont. Again off the pace. Mechanical issues continue for the DuPont racing team, and he's not going to have a shot at winning this one here tonight, it appears. Six laps complete, 6 laps remaining. We are halfway home in the front-wheel drive 4-cylinder feature race. And problems for the 11 of Trevor Wright. He's off the pace in the second spot down the front stretch. And problems for the F5 of Ben McDuff. He's off the pace in turn number 2. That's going to bring out the caution flag. So the 7 of Robert Vanderwaters is still your race leader. Chris Waters in the second spot. Hunter Hollis third. Fourth is Michelle Tedder and Colin Jones rounding out the top 5 at this time. Eight laps complete, 4 laps to go for the front-wheel drive 4 cylinders. Robert Vanderwaters continuing to lead. Chris Waters in second. Hunter Hollis in third. Here we go. Colin Jones with a good restart that time in the C23, able to get by Michelle Tedder, and now Tyler DeVille gets into the side of Jones. That will bring out the caution. Lights are out. We're going green again. Still 8 laps down, 4 laps to go. Green flag. Contact between Michelle Tedder and Colin Jones. Now side by side for that spot down the backstretch into 4th. Those two drivers are in the championship points battle. Michelle Tedder has the current point lead, and Colin Jones in the 2nd spot. There will be 2 laps to go this time for Vanderwaters. White flag coming out this time. Hunter Hollis in the 2nd spot. Going to look to make a charge here in the final lap. Off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. 71K seems to be closing in, but may not have enough time to make a pass. Checkered flag comes out. And Robert Vanderwaters is going to take the win. Hunter Hollis 2nd, 3rd place is Chris Waters. 4th is going to be Colin Jones. And Macy Villeman rounds out the top 5 as Michelle Tedder breaks on the last corner. Out of the car in Joel's Auto Sales Powlinson Victory Lane, the 7 of Robert Vanderwaters gets it done here tonight in the front-wheel drive 4 cylinders. Well, Robert, that was a good run for you there, buddy. Started up on the front. Car seemed to pretty much do whatever you wanted to do.
Yeah, we switched some stuff up tonight, tried some different tires. Everything worked out good. At the end of the day, I think it was survival of who couldn't brake because it looked like everybody else.
Yeah, there were quite a few of them. I think McDuff really never got going real well in the F5. Maybe some mechanical issues there. DuPont ended up falling away after about 5 or 6 laps, and so it was all you out front, working good.
That works for me for sure.
All right, man. Well, this second win of the year here at Sabine, right?
Here. Yep.
All right, and who's helping you out to get here?
Daryl's Automotive, Bud's Auto Towing, Big and Motorsports, wife, kids, friends, family, the fans that show up every weekend to keep this track alive, keep racing alive. I appreciate everything y'all do, and the good Lord, too. Can't forget him.
All right, man. Well, any plans for the rest of the weekend? You're going to race at Thunder Valley tomorrow?
I think I'm going to go give them hell at Thunder Valley.
All right, sounds good. Make some noise for Robert Vanderwaters, your front-wheel drive 4-cylinder feature winner here tonight. American Championship Series Limited Modifieds on to the Speedway for their feature race. From Jonesboro in the Woodrow Low Trucking, Mark Kennedy Plumbing, Paul Leedy Race Engines, Western Flyer Race Cars, number B99 is Ben Leedy. On the outside pole from Simpson, aboard the Jeff's Racing Products, Standifer Consulting, CB Race Engines, RP Race Cars, number 11S is going to be Neil Standifer. And on the inside of row number 2, out of West Monroe, the Storm Services, VEA Transportation, Best Engines, IRP Race Cars, number 17 is Austin Storm. To the outside, out of Sibley in the Williams Flooring and Construction, Blacks Metals, Myers Automotive, Wicked Race Cars, number 47, Double C is Connor Williams. And to the inside of row number 3, starting 5th from Natchitoches, the Allen Crawfish, Mike's Welding, Advanced Performance Engines, Express Race Cars, number 3D of David Edwards. On the outside on the outside of row number 3 from Houghton, Louisiana, the A-Mark Metals, Arclitect Shop Builders, Arclitect's Garage Doors, IRP Race Cars, number 9R of Baron Prince. And starting 7th from Natchitoches is going to be the Mufflix Auto Center, Napa Auto Parts of Natchitoches, PTS Race Engines, Express Race Cars, number 3 of Bob Kellogg. To the outside from Hesmer is the 76 of Tyler Fogelman, the D&D Machine LTR Harvesting AMS Racing Engines, Western Flyer Race Car. Starting in 9th out of Calhoun, Louisiana. Driving the Next Level Designs, Granddaddy's Garage, Braxton's Heavy Haul, Davis Landscaping, number 12 is Will Owens. And to the outside from Anacoco, driving the Powell and Son Crawfish to go IRP Race Cars, number 43 is Mark Pitaluga. From Heinston, Louisiana, it's going to be the 78 of R.C. Hagan aboard the Hagan Racing D&K Forestry CB Race Engines Larry Shaw race car. The 0B is Hayden Beckham out of Quitman in the Pure Max Racing Oil Cap Roofing Scott Malone Engines D&M chassis. And the 5C is going to be Logan Crayon from DeRitter driving the Joel's Auto Sales, Villeman Tech Sales, R&R Racing Engines, Express Race Cars. Green flag is in the air. We're going 15 laps for the American Championship Series Limited Modifieds. Ben Leedy takes the lead down the back straightaway. Now problems for Neil Standifer in the 11S. He'll lose lots of ground in the opening circuit here. Ben Leedy, Austin Storm, David Edwards, Connor Williams, and Bob Kellogg is your top 5 through one lap. Here comes David Edwards around the outside of Connor Williams. They're side by side now. Williams coming back to the inside for 3rd, and Williams takes it away. And the Wicked Race Cars, number 47, Double C, Connor Williams up to 3rd. Still Ben Leedy, Austin Storm in the 2nd spot with Connor Williams, David Edwards, and Bob Kellogg. Now Kellogg looking for a passing lane with David Edwards. The 9R of Baron Prince right behind them as those two battle it out for 4th. Neil Standifer able to get by Baron Prince as he bobbles while holding the 6th spot. Austin Storm may be reeling in the B99 of Ben Leedy. And the 9R of Baron Prince off the pace in turn number 2. And he will creep to a stop. Caution flag waves for the first time in the American Championship Series Limited Modified Feature Race. The American Championship Series is here to give money back to the drivers. The ACS is a 100% payback points series for factory stocks and limited modifieds. The complete payout is listed on our website. Register for $100, we track your progress, and you win money. It's that simple. Participating tracks are listed online as well at AmericanChampionshipSeries.com. 6 laps down, 9 laps remaining as the wrecker tries to get the 9R of Baron Prince situated on the hook there in turn number 2. Make sure to join us next time out here on July 22nd. That's 2 weeks from now. We're going to be joined by the National Open Wheels 600 Arklatex region, the wingless mini sprints. We'll be back in the house with the announcer guy, Steve Cape, the voice of that series. Green flag waves. 9 laps to go here in the American Championship Series Limited Modified Feature Race. And Connor Williams with a good restart that time, able to get by Austin Storm for second. Setting his sights on the B99 of Ben Leedy. Here comes Williams reeling in the B99. The 17 of Austin Storm coming with him. We're halfway this time through the 15-lap feature race. Still Ben Leedy, Connor Williams, Austin Storm, your top 3. David Edwards in 4th, Neil Standifer 5th, Bob Kellogg, Logan Crayon, Will Owens, Tyler Fogelman, and Hayden Beckham is your top 10. We got one turned around facing the wrong direction. It's the 43 of Mark Pitaluga. We have 9 laps complete and 6 laps to go here for the American Championship Series Limited Modified Feature Race. Lights are out. We're going green this time for Ben Leedy. '17 of Austin Storm was unable to continue, so that moves the 3D of David Edwards into the 3rd spot. Now he gets a good restart, pulls even with the 47cc of Connor Williams. Ben Leedy, Connor Williams, David Edwards, Bob Kellogg, and Neil Standifer is your top 5. David Edwards continues to challenge Connor Williams for the 2nd spot. He's got the advantage down the back stretch. Into 3 and 4. Now David Edwards takes 2nd place away. So it's Ben Leedy, David Edwards, and Connor Williams, your top 3. Bob Kellogg and Neil Standifer still rounding out the top 5. Logan Crayon, Will Owens, Tyler Fogelman, Hayden Beckham, and Mark Pitaluga rounding out your top 10. 2 laps to go this time. White flag coming out for Ben Leedy. He's led the whole way thus far. He'll lead the field into turns 1 and 2. Off at turn number 2, down the back straightaway and into 3 and 4 for the final time. Picking up his 2nd win in the last 3 weeks. Checker flag wave for Ben Leedy. David Edwards 2nd, 3rd place is Connor Williams, Bob Kellogg in 4th, and Neil Standifer rounding out the top 5. One, two. Mic check, 1, 2. Make some noise for Ben Leedy in the B99, your American Championship Series Limited Modified Feature winner. Well, Ben, that's your 2nd win in the last 3 weeks. You are the current point leader, and you just continue to rack on the gap. And you gave him a pretty good gap here tonight in the feature race.
Yes, sir. I felt them coming. I was trying not to spin out. I was getting pretty slick.
Absolutely. Well, a good draw put you on the pole of heat race number 1, and nobody was able to pass you all night. It had to be pretty boring looking out the front.
Yeah, boring's good, though.
All right, well, let's hear about everybody who helps you out.
My dad, Paul Leedy, Woody Lowe, Larry Alexander, Curtis Allen, Oyster Fly Cars, VP Racing Fuels of Jonesboro, Chatham Crawfish Shack, and Oilfield Supervisors.
All right, man. Where are you going to be off to tomorrow night?
I might ride up to Architects.
All right, sounds good. How about a round of applause for Ben Leedy in the B99, picking up his 2nd win in the past 3 weeks and continuing to add on to the points lead.
crate, same for the factory, 21. Yeah.
Stock feature race coming up now. On the pole out of Robeline, Louisiana. Driving the Cane River Water Slide, Pierrot Consulting Best Engines Outlaw Race Cars, number 55 is Dalton Dubois. On the outside from Florine in the Warshocks by Cade Dillard Racing, Brian Cook Trucks Best Engines Outlaw Race Cars, number 100 plus is going to be Ross Cook. Your third starter is from Colfax in the original Parker Chairs and Swings, Joel's Auto Sales, Don's Racing Engines, Wild Child Race Cars, number 9 of John Parker Jr. And starting fourth from Robeline in the Scotty Shade Tree Performance, Myers Automotive, CB Race Engines, Outlaw Race Cars, number 1 of Stony Dubois. Your fifth starter is from Colfax, driving the J&M Sandblasting, Bodies by 88M, CB Race Engines, Outlaw Race Cars, number 88M of Joshua Martin. And starting in sixth, out of Leesville in the Harvey's Auto Salvage and Recycling, Ben's Auto Restoration, FTS Supply, Hater Chassis, number 4J of Randy Wheeler. Starting seventh from Manny, behind the wheel of the PTS Race Engines, Holy Moly Chassis, number 13G is going to be Gary Greer. And to the outside from Provençal, driving the Delta Consulting LCC Trucking Best Engines Outlaw Race Cars, number 23 of Daniel Jones. Starting ninth from Robeline in the Cane River Water Slide, Stewart Industrial 3D Motorsports, number 77 is Tyler Dubois. And starting 10th out of Anacoco, behind the wheel of the original Sugartown Watermelon Stand, Howard Lewin Construction Best Engines Outlaw Race Cars, number 7L is Dwayne Rains. Your 11th starter is from Kilgore, Texas, driving the F&F Transmission, Seamar Custom Cabinets, 3D Motorsports, Hale's Racing Chassis, number 13X is Austin Hale. And to the outside from Provençal, driving the O'Reilly Auto Parts, Joey K's Garage Service, Holman Race Engines, Bootlegger Race Cars, number 15X of Dakota Wyatt. 13th on the grid from Anacoco in the Howard Lewin Construction, Powell & Son AMS Racing Engines, MRC Chassis number 44 is Toby Earhart. And to the outside from Jonesboro, drives the Woodrow Low Trucking, Dustin Roughton Tracks Photography, Cap Roofing, Dominator Chassis number 5T is Dwayne Turner. The 10 is Chris Sawyer, the 004 is Todd Fradu, Eric McBride in the E59, the 00K is Richard Tubbs, Ben Merchant, Corey Giles, and Josh Fizel. Green flag is in the air for the BOM Bank Factory stocks. Dalton Dubois is your race leader. John Parker Jr. and Ross Cook side by side behind him for second and third. Parker takes the spot away. He's in second at the completion of lap number 1. And we've got a caution in turn number 4. Eric McBride and Corey Giles collected there. BOM Bank was established in June of 1903 in Montgomery, Louisiana. Local businessmen saw a need for a financial institution to open in order to help the needs of Grant Parish. BOM now employs over 130 staff members among 16 branches across Grant, Natchitoches, Sabine, Bienville, Bossier, Caddo, and Rapides parishes, as well as Sabine and Angelina counties of Texas. As a community bank, BOM takes pride in offering the best products and services for our customers, strives to promote and revitalize our communities by volunteering and providing financial literacy, and invest in our staff by continuing their banking education. For more information on BOM Bank, visit BOFM.com. Folks, as a friendly reminder, we'd like to let you know that if you are sitting up in front of the booth, the tower, we ask that you please remain seated until the full completion of the race. It can be difficult to see the cars cross the finish line at the end of the race if there are people standing up after the first couple of cars pass. So we ask that you please remain seated, and that goes for everybody, please. If there's people behind you, they do want to see the race, so please make sure to remain seated until the full completion of the event. Green flag waves. And we're underway. Dalton DuBois out front. John Parker Jr. and Ross Cook in the second spot. Parker has it in the 9 car. Ross Cook in the third position now. The 88M of Joshua Martin in fourth, with Gary Greer up into the top 5 in the 13G. And some contact there at the end of the field. The C28 of Ben Merchant as well as the 5T of Dwayne Turner get together, but they'll keep it rolling. We stay green. John Parker Jr. now looking for a passing lane around Dalton DuBois, and he's going to have it at the exit of turn number 4. Move John Parker Jr. into the race lead. Dalton DuBois shuffled back to second. Ross Cook in third. Joshua Martin in fourth. And Gary Greer still rounding out the top 5. John Parker Jr., Dalton DuBois, Ross Cook, Joshua Martin, and Gary Greer. Randy Wheeler, Stoney DuBois, Tyler DuBois, Daniel Jones, and Dwayne Raines is your top 10 at this time. And the C28 of Ben Merchant spins right in front of the race leaders. And that's going to be a caution flag. 6 laps complete, 14 laps remaining here in the BOM Bank Factory Stock Feature Race. Lights are out again, 14 laps remaining for John Parker Jr. Dalton Dubois in second, Joshua Martin in third. Green flag waves. Good restart for Joshua Martin there in the 88M. Able to get by Dalton Dubois for second, now setting his sights on fellow Colfax native John Parker Jr. Ross Cook rides in fourth, Gary Greer in fifth, and Stoney Dubois will collect Tyler Dubois. They'll spin right in front of the field. They'll keep it rolling, though. And the caution flag waves. 7 laps complete and 13 laps remaining here in the BOM Bank Factory Stock Feature Race. Ross Cook got a good restart that time in the 100 plus. Has pulled even with Joshua Martin, now looking to make the pass. John Parker Jr. continues to lead. Joshua Martin in the second spot with Ross Cook. Dalton Dubois in fourth, and Daniel Jones rounding out the top 5. Dwayne Turner gets acquainted with a tractor tire in turns 3 and 4, but he'll keep it rolling. Halfway home, 10 laps down and 10 laps to go for the 9 of John Parker Jr. Parker, Martin, Cook, Dubois, Jones, Raines, Wyatt. And we've got a problem. The 100 plus of Ross Cook into a tractor tire in turn number 2 will stay green. That's going to move Dalton Dubois into third with Daniel Jones in fourth and the 7L of Dwayne Raines into the top 5. Top 2 cars pretty well distanced from the rest of the field as well as each other. John Parker Jr. has a healthy advantage in this one as the closing laps are awaited here in the BOM Bank Factory Stock Feature Race. Five laps to go for John Parker Jr. Daniel Jones trying to battle with Dalton Dubois for a top 3 spot. Those 3 guys right there battling for third, fourth, and fifth. Dalton Dubois, Daniel Jones, and Dwayne Raines. .44 of Toby Earhart is pulling off. Two laps to go this time for the 9 of John Parker Jr. Parker seems to have this one in the books. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go for Parker. He'll roll into turns 1 and 2. Off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Into turns 3 and 4 for the final time here tonight. Checkered flag waves. And John Parker Jr. will pick up his first win at Sabine Speedway this season. Second place is going to be Joshua Martin. Third goes to Dalton Dubois. Fourth, Daniel Jones. And Dwayne Raines rounds out the top 5. How about a hand for your feature winner, John Parker Jr. gets it done in the number 9. Well, John, all night long I've been saying it's a Wild Child race car, but it looks like you got yourself a brand new outlaw in victory lane here tonight.
Yes, sir. We finally made a change. I wish I'd have done it a long time ago.
Is this your first race on this car?
First night out.
All right. Well, where are you going to head tomorrow to try to pick up another check?
I don't know if I'm going to race tomorrow or not.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just have to see. Let's hear about everybody who helps you out.
First of all, I want to thank my daddy. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here because he works his tail off all week, every week. And, I mean, if it wasn't him, we wouldn't be here right now. Justin Whitehead for getting the car ready so quick. Being on the phone with me for the last 2 days. White was on the scales. Original Parker chairs. Mechanical plumbing. K&M Auto Rebuilders. Bud's Appliance. Litton Motorsports. Precision Transmission. And Don's Racing Engines for sure. And Neil Kemp for the shocks.
All right, man. Well, let's talk about that race just for a second. You started, I think, 1 or 2 rows deep, and the 55 of Dalton was pretty strong in the early going, but you were able to ride around him, and you pretty much took it from there. You gapped them all. Joshua was back in second. He had a good gap on the rest of the field, but I think other than Joshua, you beat everybody by about a straightaway.
Yeah, I mean, car was really good. He gave me the top side. I didn't know if it was going to work, but I had to try it, and it was there, definitely.
Well, what can you say about a racetrack like this? I know for years and years it really was a race to the bottom to see who could take home these victories, but you were able to make a pass for the win on the outside.
Well, it's kind of different every week, and like I said, it's a whole different race car. It's not like what I was running before. We struggled in that car a lot, so a lot of it was car tonight, but track's always good.
All right, so we can expect to see you back here at Joel's Auto Sales Powell and Son Victory Lane a little bit more often with this outlaw race car, huh?
I hope so.
All right, well, we'll find out. John Parker Jr., everybody, your BOM Bank Factory Stock feature winner. All right, folks, here is the main event. The Foy Motors Crate Late Models for their 20-lap feature race. On the pole from Ethel, Louisiana, driving the Southern Underground Ferguson Waterworks PRP Suspension MB Customs Race Cars number 3 is Luke Bennett. On the outside pole, out of Houghton, Louisiana, driving the Arclitect Shop Builders, Arclitect's Garage Doors, A-Mark Metals, Black Diamond Chassis number 9R is going to be Baron Prince. Starting third, out of Bossier City, driving the Louisiana Pumping Service, Bayou Dirt Works, Red River Pump, Black Diamond Chassis number 57 is going to be Chad DuPont. And on the outside, starting fourth from Monroe, the Robbie Davis Motorsports, Sonny's Auto Sales, Goodman Mechanical Construction, Black Diamond Chassis number 6 of Peyton Spear. Your fifth starter is from Keithville, driving the Cover 6 Outdoors, Dennisberry Tile and Flooring, Tim Bates Painting, 28 Special Chassis. Number 24 is going to be Garen Lindsay. To the outside, your current point leader from Florine, driving the Christopher Sylvia Attorney at Law, Villeman Trucks, Barry Wright Race Cars. Number 69 of Stacy Villeman. Your seventh starter hails from Bossier City. Behind the wheel of the Louisiana Pumping Service, Bayou Dirt Works, Red River Pump, Black Diamond Chassis. Number 57A is Austin DuPont. And to his outside from Houghton, aboard the Advanced Powder Coating, Alexander Motorsports Razor Services, Black Diamond Chassis. Number 54G of Garrett Gibson. Starting ninth out of Pride, Louisiana, the PRP Suspension Waltco General Contractors, Total Custom Carbs, and Dyno Kryptonite Race Cars. Number B2 is Brady Walton. And to his outside from Mooringsport in the ESCO Electrical Supply, Victory Sign and Design, Cooks Carpet Cleaning and Flooring, Black Diamond Chassis. Number 2 of Tim Eves Jr. Starting 11th from Calhoun, driving the Next Level Designs, Granddaddy's Garage Braxton's Heavy Haul Rocket Chassis. Number 8 is Tyler Owens. And to the outside from Keithville, aboard the Equipment Incorporated Warrior Chassis by Game Over. Number 485 is Tony Lindsay. Your 13th starter hails from Anacoco, driving the Powell & Son Crawfish To Go Bodies by Donnie MB Customs Race Cars. Number F9 of Mark Powell. And from Flatwoods, Louisiana, driving the FTS Supply, KC Contracting, CBC Welding, Rocket XR1 Chassis. Number 76X is Jerry Basco. The 100 car is going to be driven by Brian Cook out of Florine. The 51 is Tyler Burnett from Eros. Corey Basco drives the 68B from Flatwoods. Connor Settle in the 66 from Manny. And the 14 junior is Michael King Jr. The 56 is Ray Goodman. And the 76B of Ethan Bryant. Green flag waves for the Foy Motors Crate Late Models. And here we go. Luke Bennett is your early race leader in the 3 car. Baron Prince in the 2nd spot with Chad DuPont in 3rd. Garen Lindsay in 4th. Peyton Spear in 5th. Continues to be Luke Bennett out front. Baron Prince in 2nd. 3rd is Chad DuPont. 4th, Garen Lindsay and Stacy Villeman rounding out the top 5. Peyton Spear, Brady Walton, Garrett Gibson, Austin DuPont, and Tyler Owens is your top 10. And we got a couple of cars together. The 54G of Garrett Gibson and the B2 of Brady Walton spins into the infield. Caution flag coming out for the first time in this 20-lap main event. Foy Chevrolet Buick GMC is proud to serve the areas of Manny, Alexandria, Natchitoches, Leesville, and Mansfield, Louisiana, as well as Hemphill, Texas, by providing only the best customer service possible and the highest quality new and used vehicles at exceptional prices. Whether you're looking to buy or lease, our dealership is sure to have the perfect vehicle for you at a price you can afford. Visit foymotors.com or stop by the lot on San Antonio Avenue in Manny.
arguing a spot.
What happened?
I think they're arguing a spot. They're refusing to get in line. Somewhere.
Let's go, boy. Let's go.
Come on.
Maybe have somebody down there doing
Hey, back in the day, before they had the race radios, there was guys around the corner that yeah, or you go out and do a double file. The light went out over there, and they were asking the drivers what they see. That's because when they're coming by, they're either up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. The light's out right there going into 3, and they were asking them could they see. We're gonna race.
Apologies, folks. We could not get these drivers to line up in single files to where we could put them in their proper running orders, so we were finally able to do so. We've got 4 laps down and 16 laps to go. Lights are out. And the green flag back displayed. Here we go. Luke Bennett is your race leader. Chad DuPont in the second spot as they enter 3 and 4. Garen Lindsay on the bottom. Here comes the 69 of Stacy Villeman around the outside for third. The 3 of Luke Bennett. Out front, Chad DuPont second, Stacy Villeman third, fourth is Garen Lindsay and Baron Prince rounding out the top 5. Peyton Spear is in, Garrett Gibson in the 6th spot, Peyton Spear in 7th, 8th is going to be Austin DuPont, 9th Tony Lindsay, and Tyler Burnett rounding out the top 10 at this time. The B2 of Brady Walton into the infield. Looks like his night is going to officially come to a close. Lap traffic will soon become a factor. The 66S of Connor Settle being gained upon by the 3 of Luke Bennett. And now Settle will pull off down the back straightaway. The 66S is done. 10 laps down and 10 to go. Luke Bennett now coming around toward lap traffic. Corey Basco and Jerry Basco are side by side right in front of Bennett, but he's got about a half straightaway advantage over the 57 of Chad DuPont. Bennett able to get by as Jerry Basco pulls off down the back straightaway, and we've got a caution flag. 12 laps complete. All we've got left is an 8-lap heat race right here. The 3 of Luke Bennett has led the whole way thus far. The 57 of Chad DuPont has been strong, as well as the 69 of Stacy Villeman. Here we go. Just a little bit of bobble of contact right there at the opening of that restart. And the 69 of Stacy Villeman will be able to get by, but that will be ruined by a caution in turn number 1. The 68B of Corey Basco, 100 of Brian Cook, and the 2 of Tim Eves Jr. are all right there. Still 12 laps complete. Still 8 laps to go. The 3 of Luke Bennett is your race leader. Chad DuPont, Stacy Villeman, Barron Prince, Garen Lindsay. Here we go. Stacy Villeman with another good restart, that time in the 69. He takes the second spot away from Chad DuPont, who will lose some ground. Now here comes Austin DuPont around the outside of Chad, looking to take the 5th spot away. That time the 57 of Chad DuPont still in 5th. 57A of Austin right behind him. Luke Bennett, Stacy Villeman, Barron Prince. Here comes Chad DuPont back. He's in 4th. 5th place is going to be Garen Lindsay at the line that time. Now Austin DuPont able to peek in front of Lindsay, but here comes Garrett Gibson to the inside in the 54G. Bennett is your leader. Villeman second. 3rd is Prince. 4th, DuPont. And 5th is DuPont as well. And we got a caution, the 68B of Corey Basco, and I believe that is the 56 of Ray Goodman. Again, folks, like to remind everyone we will not be racing next weekend. The Mike Parker Memorial will be taking place at Arklatex Speedway, promoted by Justin Whitehead. $5,000 to win for the limited modifieds and factory stocks. $1,000 to win on Friday night for the modifieds up there at Arklatex Speedway in Vivian, Louisiana. On the 16th at Super B Speedway, they'll have the ASCS Elite Non-Wing Sprint Car Series.
It's either like 4 or 5 because they had 8 to go and they at least got 4 of them off. Yeah. So it's got to at least
The whole 20 laps, what they got? 4 more to go?
at least that. Maybe 5. Well, they'll go back. They'll go back to the previous green flag lap, so it'd be like 5.
$16 laps down, 4 laps to go for the 3 of Luke Bennett. It'll be 3 to go for the 3 car this time by as the 69 of Stacy Villeman able to hold off the 9R of Baron Prince. Villeman in second, Prince in third. The 57 of Chad DuPont in the 4th spot. And the 485 of Tony Lindsay rounding out the top 5. Excuse me, that 57 is the 57A of Austin DuPont in the 4th spot. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go for Luke Bennett. Tony Lindsay able to take the spot away from Austin DuPont for 4th, but Luke Bennett off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway and into 3 and 4. He's going to make the long haul worth it tonight. Leads every lap. Luke Bennett takes the win at Sabine Speedway. Second place is going to be Stacy Villeman. Third is Baron Prince. Fourth place goes to Austin DuPont. And Tony Lindsay rounds out the top 5. Give him a round of applause, folks. Luke Bennett, your feature winner in the Foy Motors Crate Late Models here tonight. Well, Luke, first off, I want you to tell these folks how far you drove to get here tonight. It's not a familiar car for us.
No, yeah, we from Zachary, Louisiana. It took us about 3 hours and 3.5 hours to get here. A little haul. It wasn't too bad, though.
All right, definitely not too bad when you find yourself in Joel's Auto Sales, Powell & Son Victory Lane.
Oh, yeah, 100%. You know, we swapped to this MB Customs car this year, and we've never been to this track, so it's kind of new for us, and everything turned out perfect, so.
All right, man. Well, let's hear about everybody who helps you out on the car and the sponsors and everything, and those who put their hands on the car in the shop week in and week out for you.
Yeah, man, I couldn't do this without Daryl Poser, PRP Suspension, Eagle Race Engines, they hell of a motor, Ferguson Waterworks, Southern Underground, Blaze Brothers, they do all my drivetrain, they do a hell of a job. I couldn't do it without them.
All right, man. Now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you have about 4 wins at Baton Rouge this year. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. 4 or 5 wins as of now, so we're doing pretty good.
All right, sounds good. Well, you got yourself one here at Sabine, and we hope to see you a few more times for the rest of the year here. It's a beautiful race car, and you put on a good show tonight.
Yeah, man, thank y'all. Thanks for all the fans coming out.
All right. How about another round of applause for him, Luke Bennett, your feature winner for the main event tonight, the Foy Motors Crate Late Models, going back to the Baton Rouge area with $800 in his back pocket and a Sabine Speedway check. Folks, we thank you for joining us here tonight at Sabine Speedway for the weekly racing series. We will be off next weekend. Go support your local racetrack, whether it be Baton Rouge Raceway, Thunder Valley Speedway, Arklatex Speedway. We hope you enjoy a great weekend of racing next weekend, and we will be back in action here at Sabine on July 22nd in 2 weeks. We're going to be hosting the National Open Wheel 600s Arklatex region. Steve Cape, the announcer guy, will be in the house to call the action for the mini sprints, and my name is Joshua Bell. I'll be back here, of course, at Sabine Speedway on July 22nd. Y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank y'all for coming out here.